Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this real quick. If you see here, we got this bed area, and this was an area that was totally isolated, that we couldn't get wire to really. We got this nice, beautiful brick walkway here, but we're out on Vancouver Island where it is an island and most of it's rock, and there's just no way we could tunnel underneath that sidewalk without going super deep and totally messing up the gardens. So what we did is, if you see behind me here, on this bush that goes up and then across the doorway here and then back down, what we did is we actually used the gutter, and we actually ran wire up the gutter, over the doorway, and down into this bed here, and we were easily able to do that. And now we didn't have to tear up the whole garden, but we can get power here and still keep all our lights on the same transformer. So sometimes you got to be a little creative with how you get wire to different areas, but there's always a way, and you'd never even know that that wire's there, because where we came back down in the bed is right behind a trellis that we ended up highlighting and featuring anyway, that you guys can't tell from the video, but I can see it's starting to look really, really good, so I'm glad we lit that up. And that wire's totally hidden, so you'd have no idea how we got that wire there. So sometimes you got to be a little creative. You don't always have to go under the sidewalk, so think of alternative ways.
Hey, Terrence, thanks again for your email and for your pictures. Yeah, I'll give you a couple really nice ideas. I think you got a great little house here for landscape lighting. So what I would do, and if you've watched any of the videos, you know I talk a lot about lighting the front facade, especially when you have nice brickwork and stuff like this, and you have a beautiful landscape that we can highlight as well too. But I'll start with the kind of the front facade and the brick. Really all I'm doing is I'm just using a standard uplight. Like this. It's the most cost-effective way of doing that. And what we do with that is basically I would have it just kind of underneath the shutters, close to the house. And that's the biggest mistake most people make when they're doing landscape lighting, is they'll put those lights like back here and try and shine them at the house. And what it does, it creates a very flat light, and it doesn't bring out the subtleties in the brick. Whereas if you can get it closer to the house, call it 12 to 18 inches back, and having it shine more upright, you're going to really bring out the subtleties in that brickwork, as well as get light up to that second story, and really create a nice house lighting effect. So that's what I would do on that section there. I would do the same thing over here, where I would kind of have like 4 of those on both sides of the window that light that. The nice thing is you do get some reflective light. It kind of makes the silhouette of these kind of pop, and then I'll give you some ideas for the front as well. I would probably use one of those same uplights just on this tree here, just to kind of round out this corner. Again, same thing. You don't need to bring it super far back and try and shine it at the canopy. This one you might bring back a little further so you can catch a little bit more of the canopy, but you still want it shining more upright than you think. And again, that's just the biggest mistake that I see most people do, is they'll try and bring it back here and shine it at the tree. And really you're trying to highlight the whole tree by shining it more upright. So I would do that. And then something else I really like doing, especially when you have a nice front porch like this, is I kind of like lighting these front columns. The reason I like doing that, same light, same kind of style, but getting it fairly close and having it shine upright, is because it really makes these stand out. Plus that light kind of hits the top here, and it almost creates like a soffit lighting look, but a very subtle one. So it makes this whole front porch area very inviting, as well as, again, you get some reflective light back down low. So I would probably have like 3 of those, one here, and then just kind of one in the corner, that even if it highlights the wall a little bit, just to kind of balance that section out. Something else I would do if you're up for it is I'd probably look at trying to light this second story peak. I think would look really good. The way we do that is just with these gutter mounts. It's this little bracket that fits in the gutter, and you screw your light into that. You can run, typically what we'll do is we'll just run the wire either up or behind the downspout across the gutter, mount it there, and then again have that uplight just shining more upright than into the window, because if you have it shining too low, you're going to be lighting more of the roof than the peak, whereas you really want that shining kind of upright just to highlight this section here. So that's what I would start with. And then depending on how much room you have here, there's 2 trains of thought. What more people will do, and I think it would work actually really nice over here, is just with some path and garden lights. So just using some of these guys, but I like to kind of space them out in between where I have my accent lights. So for example, if I have an uplight here and an uplight here, I'm probably going to throw a path and garden light here, maybe one in between the window, kind of one in the middle here, another one in between the window, and then maybe another 1 or 2 over here. and then it'll do a nice job of lighting the walkway, but you're also going to be splashing some light back into the beds a little bit that kind of help highlight some of this stuff. What I would do on this side, because this is a little bit thicker, and again, I don't know how much room you have, but I might try and put like a wash light, so something like this. Very similar to an uplight, but it's a softer, subtler, wider angle light. And if you can get that kind of in between, again, where you have your accent lights on the back, but you have your wash light kind of in front here, and you're just highlighting this front bush, it just gives you different lighting levels and heights, as well as different depths, because you have some stuff lit up front, you have some stuff lit in the back, you have some stuff lit down low, you have some stuff lit up high, and it just creates a really nice balance. So Terrence, we can definitely customize a kit for you, or you can kind of take those suggestions. You can just kind of go and add some of these different lights to your shopping cart. A transformer and wiring kit like this would be perfect for a job of that size. You get 250 feet of wire, 150 watt transformer, which would easily handle those lights, all your waterproof connections. The only thing you might need to add is if you wanted to do the second story gutter lighting there, you might need to just add one of those to your package, which again, you can find those on the website. But again, if you have any questions, let me know and be happy to help.
Hey guys, so I just want to show you, we're going to use our accent light a whole bunch in this property. And a lot of common areas we're going to use that is on some nice trees. We got a really nice tree here that we're going to try and focus on. But one thing I see people do too often, or more times than not, is instead of trying to get that light nice and close to the tree and having it shine up, so you're taking advantage of all the barking structure and then all the branching up top, is they'll bring it far back and try and aim it at the tree. And what happens there is they tend to miss a lot of the lower portions of the trees. And then also when it's, you know, depending on the area you live in, if you start losing a lot of foliage in the wintertime, then having that light shine at all the foliage is kind of a waste of time, and you lose a lot of the effect of that light. That's why I like having it closer to the tree. You know, here we're maybe 12, 14, 18 inches away from the base. We're going to have it shooting almost straight up because I want to highlight all this trunking and branching structure as possible, as well as now we're getting that light up into the foliage and into the canopy. So again, with our standard RS uplight from FX Luminaire, there's lots of other good ones out there. I like this guy because it's a real workhorse, and that's what we're going to use on this project. We'll take a quick look at the cottage here. You know, nighttime pictures never quite do it justice. I think the only thing we're missing that I would add here is on the front porch, we're going to put a little downlight there to highlight it, but I think the light in the two sides of the windows was nice, create some symmetry. We're just missing a little bit of a dark spot in the middle there, and then as we kind of go around the side, we only use 6 lights on this guy, which is nice, but we just kind of highlight it again around the side here. Just to give a little bit, and as it gets darker, you'll really be able to see the subtleties in the light. A little bit higher up is just tough to see right now, and then again by the entrance, we did the same thing over on this side, and I think everything turned out really nice. Very subtle lighting, but just enough to make it pop so that you can kind of see it from a distance. And then we'll show you the driveway here again as we get a little bit better light as it gets a little bit darker here. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys got some great do-it-yourself landscape lighting tips. Now, please be sure to go to our website at lightingdoctor.ca and check out our how-to page. It's full of great resources, from our podcast to our video to our most frequently asked questions. And also check out our Try It Before You Buy It light, where you can actually go now and get one of our premium quality uplights and a King Innovation Instalight, which is basically a battery pack now that allows you to go and run those lights and test them out on your property. Try it for 14 days. If you don't love it, send it back to us and we'll give you a full refund. And if not, you keep the light at a discounted rate and go and buy what you need for your project. So thanks again for watching. Please be sure to leave us a comment. We'd love your feedback, and have a great day.